Well, good afternoon, my friends, and welcome back. Cumberland Outdoorsman out here checking a couple of deer rifles because the Tennessee deer season opens up for rifles, modern rifles, this coming Saturday. And what I've got here are a couple of Marlin 336s. This one here belongs to a young acquaintance of mine. He wanted to make sure that the gun was shooting right and everything was functionally in order. And the other one that I've got here is the one that I use. This is a much older model. The model 336 has been around for many decades, and a lot of hunters have depended on this particular rifle to bring home the venison year after year, season after season. Now, I'm very sure that this gun is still sighted in from last year, but I want to make absolutely 100% sure for the ammunition that I plan to use this year. I thought I'd give this Winchester 150 grain XP a try and see how well it shoots down there at 100 yards before I take it deer hunting. So let's take a few shots and see how well these old rifles can perform. But first of all, let me just mention this one here is considered a true rifle because it has the full length 24-inch barrel, and then this one here has the shorter barrel. This one here would be considered the carbine version. There's only one thing I really don't like about this setup. These mounts right here are way too high. When you get ready to take a shot, you got to raise your head way up to be able to see through the scope. Whereas with my rifle, I've got it mounted flush with the action, and when it comes up to your shoulder, your cheek is right there against the stock, right where it should be, and you're going to get much better alignment, you know, whenever you get ready to take a shot at a deer. And that's what these guns are mostly used for. You know, they're deer rifles or deer guns for deer season. Now, the reason they've got this scope mounted so high is because it's got these see-through mounts on it. But honestly, I can't even see the sights. I can't even see the rear sight or the front sight very well at all. I definitely can't see the rear sight. So it's pointless. You know, this mount on this particular gun really doesn't make any sense. But I just took a shot with it down there at 50 yards, and it's pretty close. I mean, it's right there inside the target. And I'm using some 150 grain PPU. These are imported ammunition from Serbia, and it's quite a bit cheaper than most domestic ammunition, but it seems to be working pretty well and fairly accurate. So let me take a couple more shots down there at 50 yards, and then we'll try my rifle at 100. Okay, as you can see, there's a bullet hole already in that target. It's a little bit to the left and just a tad high at 50 yards. So let's take another shot here, just to make sure. Yeah, it's shooting a little bit to the left and just a tad high. That one actually hit outside of the target. All right. Let's see where this one here hits. Okay, need to go just a tad more. Okay, one more shot. That one's in the target. Pretty close. I think we'll call that good enough. This gun would probably shoot better if it had more of a flush mounted scope. Because like I said, I just don't like these high mounts. To me, they're useless. Okay, now we're going to shoot at that 100-yard target down there with my rifle. See how close we are with these Winchesters. Okay, looks like we're just a little bit high. At 100 yards with those shells. Let's give it another shot here. I moved it down about 5 clicks. All right, I'm going to move it 3 more clicks down. Here we go. All right. Well, that looks pretty good right there, folks. I think that'll pass for deer season. Well, my friends, I think I got these rifles sighted in pretty well. As you could see, I was shooting quite a bit higher at 100 yards with this ammunition. This Winchester Deer Season XP ammo. That's why anytime you change your ammunition, you need to check your point of impact. But that was the last shot, and then I moved it down a few more clicks, and I should be right on at 100 yards. And then for my friend's 30-30, as you can see, I was shooting high and to the left, just like with my rifle. But that was the last shot, so I think I got it pretty well dialed in. He should be good to go for deer season. Anyway, before we go and close out the video, I thought I'd test this ammunition because it has this polymer tip. I'm not sure what that's made out of. Let's see. It says bigger tip, bigger impact, contour jacket with tapered profile and alloyed lead core ensure terminal penetration. Okay, streamlined profile and large polymer tip. That's what it is. That's why it's hitting a little bit higher, because it's not dropping as much at 100 yards. So I've got some water jugs set up down here. You know, we got to do the water jug test, and we're going to fire a round into that and see how well it performs at 100 yards. So let's try it out, folks. Okay, there's our water jugs down there. Let me go ahead and get loaded up here, and we'll take a quick shot. See what kind of performance we get out of these Winchester. This is fairly new ammunition, folks. I'm really curious to see what we get here. All right, here we go. All right. Looks like we got pretty good impact there. Hopefully we captured that bullet. Let's go check it out. Okay. All right. All right. Here we are. Let's see. That was the first jug. And the second jug right there. Third jug. Pretty well busted open. Fourth jug. And I think we have a bullet in the last jug here. I hear something rattling around down there in the bottom. There it is. That's what's left of it anyway. Wow, that completely came out of the jacket. None of the jacket there. Let's see. I've never had that kind of performance out of a 30-30. Okay, there's the jacket. The jacket was left behind in the fourth jug, and the lead core kept going and penetrated into the fifth jug. Well, there you have it, folks. That's a little different than what I've experienced in the past for 30-30 ammunition. But either way, I think it'll do well on a white-tailed deer. Well guys, there you have it. That's my Marlin 336 chambered in 30-30 at 100 yards. And I've never used this ammunition. This is something new. Definitely not traditional type ammunition for the 30-30. But, you know, judging by the way that bullet expanded down there at 100 yards, I can see that there was more upset than a standard traditional bullet in that caliber. So, you know, with that huge hollow tip being exposed after that polymer pushes back into it, I can see why that bullet would expand the way it did. And also it's going to retain more velocity further down because it's more aerodynamic. So I'll let you know. Hopefully we get a shot at a good buck, and we'll see how well that ammunition performs, because I do plan on taking out my 30-30 this year, possibly on opening day. I've got several other deer rifles, as you all know, but this is one of my favorites right here. I really like my Marlin. It's just really a good, dependable, and very accurate rifle. It's an older model. I think this one here is 1955, if I'm not mistaken. This one has the JM stamp on the barrel right there. And I like the full length barrel on it because you do pick up a little more speed, thereby giving you a little bit more performance than the carbine version. But either way, you know, either one would work just fine around here for deer hunting, because most of your shots here in the woods of Tennessee and in the eastern United States, they're going to be well within 50 to 60 yards or so. You may get an occasional shot, maybe across a ridge somewhere, you know, over 100 yards. Or if you're hunting over a cut cornfield or a soybean field or something, then you might need a cartridge that will shoot flatter than the 30-30. But in most cases, in the woods here, the 30-30 is right at home, folks. So with that being said, let me go ahead and close out and tell you thank you. I do appreciate you coming along, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. And remember, if you like to go hunting, fishing, camping, shooting, hiking, no matter what your outdoor pursuit happens to be, I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. But also remember this, hit that like button, smash that bell icon, and subscribe. That way you'll know when more videos like this one will be coming your way. So until next time, y'all get out there and enjoy the great outdoors. Right now is the time to make sure your deer rifles are sighted in. So take the time to make sure that gun is on the money before you go. You owe it to yourself, and you owe it to the majestic wildlife that we like to hunt. So I'll see you guys next time. Take good care.